Unfortunately, Aladdin hasn't seen Gen V. Is Gen V? Yeah, Gen V. Hasn't seen Gen V on Prime. So it's just me and KM discussing the first season of Gen V, which honestly is a banger. I really enjoyed this season. I saw a couple episodes before it actually premiered on Prime. There's a thing called Prime Premiere, which is actually open to the public. If you actually type in Prime Premiere, they actually do like screenings where allow you to watch certain stuff beforehand. So if you sign up to that, you can check out, depending on what they put on there, you can check it out in cinemas and watch a couple episodes. It was very interesting seeing the first 2 episodes in the cinema with a bunch of audience that are into that type of stuff. So that was dope. But yeah, this season, it was very interesting because this is a spin-off to The Boys. So I was like, am I going to get the same Boys type of feel to it? And I did and I didn't. It found a way to be The Boys, but separately from The Boys, but still have inklings of The Boys in it. Well, how did you feel when you watched it?
No, I liked, what's it called? Obviously, they use a phone up. You can create new characters with Compound V in it.
Yeah.
So you're just seeing like a new bunch, obviously like a whole school with like new characters with their new powers. Technically, with their powers, then I didn't think they're that great or that amazing. But I feel like they don't have to be.
It doesn't have to be.
Even there was even saying that, like throughout the show, or the girl with blood, you don't even have a good character. It's like you literally
your powers is disgusting.
You have to slice yourself. Like we can't. It's hard to sell in it.
It's weird because their powers really relate to the themes of being teenagers. Her power is basically self-harm. Then the other one is she has the power of being really small, but she has to not eat food. So it shows about being like dealing with, what's that term? It's not anorexic, but it's dealing with like food disorder. Like you have issues with your bodies and whatnot. And then everyone else's power. One of the guys, he's delusional. Another person has the power to move stuff around.
The one to change gender, just go that process.
It really focused on being essentially Gen V, but so he touched on all the teenagers, and the powers kind of related to the emotions as well.
You know, Gen V, I like how it's more political having powers rather than you having being a general superhero and going out and fighting crime. It's like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Everything runs what we say you do.
There's a system behind this still. You have to rank you up.
No. Yeah. You know what I mean? You can't go out there and think you're like some crazy guy, And then the whole situation of the woods as well.
It's messed up. It's messed up that basically, this is big spoilers anyway, like the whole school is a front and underneath it is them doing tests on them. It's weird. This show branched out the boys universe so much, and it just showed how much fuckery literally is happening with the whole universe, with them testing and also creating a virus that is essentially can actually kill all of them, which is a weird one because like, well, how do you feel about the fact that this show, a lot of people argue against this show because they feel like it's kind of annoying that I like The Boys, I like watching The Boys, but essentially I may have to watch this show to understand what's going to happen next season. Because it kind of, this end of Gen V kind of sets up what season 4 is going to be.
I feel like if you're a fan of The Boys, watch Gen V, man. This is Gen V part 2.
Is The Boys part 2?
Let's not do it. Don't skip. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be difficult just to jump into straight to The Boys. Like
I feel like it is, and I feel like it won't, because it depends how The Boys starts.
Yeah, because the ending kind of set up that obviously the end, what's it called? Like the Gen V is gonna be involved in like The Boys.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you're gonna kind of like there's a lot of the storylines from Gen V is gonna come into The Boys. So I do think you're gonna have to watch.
It's kind of side by side now.
Because they're gonna mention what's it called, that lady, the woods, what thing they done. But then again, you can still go from the back of The Boys because obviously these are like, you know how Homeland had that whole issue as in like, what's it called? We're super-heroes. We do what we want. You can't control us. We're having that conflict. It's like, I'm Homelander. Do you know who I am? I'm Homelander. You're trying to say you control me. No. And then all the superheroes are gonna have that same idea. He's trying to lead them like he's like far left or something like that.
Yeah, I feel like it's setting up for Homelander to realize that that he's gonna be leading the superheroes to go against the humans, and it's gonna be an all-out brawl. And obviously we had that little cliffhanger at the end where what's his name again? He's entered like a room and it was just pure. It was empty thing.
Oh, he wasn't in the woods, wasn't he? Didn't he?
Was it the woods he entered?
I thought it was in the woods.
Oh, it probably was.
He opened like the woods and like.
Yeah, so he look like he's gonna be, because we all know if you watch The Boys season 3 that he only Billy Butcher, he only got a couple months to live, so he's gonna go kamikaze and just go all out.
He's gonna go.
It's gonna be head to head. Even the posters.
Like I like Gen V. What's called? They got so much room to play with. There's like not one plot, so they can do anything. Like
They can.
Like in terms of like all the storylines, they can do anything. They can go with it. Obviously, hoping they go in the right direction. They don't mess up.
Yeah.
It's down to them.
Yeah, because essentially they don't have to follow The Boys at all.
Yeah.
They can do their own thing. I actually love the teenage themes
Do
to
you
it.
have any favorites in the Gen V?
My favorite character. Who's my favorite character in Gen V?
I don't even think our favorite.
Let me bring up the names. Let me bring up the names and see who's one of my favorites still on the board. The girl that could turn small, she was jokes.
Yeah, she had fun.
She was jokes still.
Hey,
Pals, Andrew.
They
Andrew,
have a lot of funny scenes in Gen V. I was like, you know the ones where
when she's grabbing on the thing.
She's hopped on the thing.
There's some tap people. You know it is. Gen V reminds me of like, it's literally how people will be if they had powers.
Yeah.
They'll
Like,
still do the
life,
weird, quirky sex stuff, but
Yeah.
now they have powers, so they're doing it extremely crazy now.
Because even that scene, that one was like where she's having sex and then her parents knock on the door and she transitions back to the guy.
Oh, yeah,
And they were
yeah,
like, oh!
Or even a bit when the girl, like, she meets that guy and he's into her and he finds out he has some of a fetish.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a fetish, she just has... He turns small so he can grab on his penis so he can feel like more superior.
Yeah.
It's like who writes this, bro? These sex scenes are written crazy. Or one bit when they blow up when the girl controls blood and blow up man's penis.
Oh yeah. I was like, God damn.
Oh shit.
Like, you blow up his arm instead or something like that.
Went straight for the balls and blew it all up, bro.
Nah, he deserved it though.
Yeah, he was in a madness, bro. People were saying he's a creep because his powers he can do. This is very interesting. It's been greenlit for season 2. Yeah. I'm happy for season 2 coming along. But
did you want to see Finn's character for longer? Who's number one? Golden.
Oh, Golden Boy.
Golden Boy.
You know what? That's what made this show so good. Because at first you thought he was gonna be the new Homelander. He's gonna be a douchebag and a dickhead. But he was just a good guy.
Yeah.
But he's just in a messed up situation and he just ended up tits up. When he died, it was like, okay, where's the show going now? Because I thought he's going to be a promising character. And I thought he would end up being in The Boys at some point and do a crossover. But
set it up so nicely from like perfect character. Like, what's it called? They had the suit for him over there.
Yeah, it's like ready for him to join the 7.
And then it kills the guy that, what's it called? He kind of likes it.
Yeah, because he realised he was in it the whole time having his... I think he found out the truth about his brother and everything else and just went mad, killed his boy. Oh, sorry, we got Aladdin coming through the screen right now. Oh. How am I telling a podcast to be quiet? Aladdin don't want to hear no spoilers of Gen V because I haven't seen it yet. But this season just... I ain't like... We're coming to the end of the year. This is probably one of my favourite shows of this year. Yeah. Definitely my top 5. Like, the whole essence of it has been good. Everything, the characters are good. Each individual character has their own moment to shine. The fighting scenes, the powers are good. It's funny as well. It's complete anarchy, gruesome as well. And then, like you said, the politics. Politics is wavy in it. Like,
I like how it's so relatable.
It relates to today's culture and what's happening in today in terms of politics as well.
100%. If they had superheroes, they'll definitely use them to benefit them. Like, you know, like the Dark Room. Like, we need to understand your powers and be like, we need to find a way to control you. Like, there's like this whole thing. I'm like,
we have to market to you and everything.
We're making you like, we're gonna make you into superstars as well. Like, you're trying to think, you're not gonna be like some vigilante that's gonna go outside. Like, we're gonna have like some sort of control of you.
No, we have
and then when we don't have control of you, when we feel like we don't, there's gonna be like problems. Like, we need to create like a certain kryptonite for you.
Yeah, we need to create like a fault safe or something to hold you down.
And even with the teenagers, like, if I had powers, if you and me all had powers, we'll move mad. Like,
say stuff we do as teenagers, but with powers, so it's a little bit extreme.
We'll be mad. You think like, everyone thinks like, if you had like superpowers for the day, what would you do? Like, you know, like fly in the air or something like that. It'd be like, nah, we're just doing
chaos.
bullshit.
You're doing dumb shit. You're doing dumb shit, bro. Like, remember the bits when they're just playing outside, outside the dorms, sliding around and just playing around with the powers and shit.
When you get in trouble, it's like, fam, we're superheroes. What do you mean, like? Talk about would you
We
get in
lay
trouble?
them down, fam.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, it's so weird because like they found a way for the humans to control these superheroes, but they're superheroes. Like
Yeah.
they can use to slap you up, but
Yeah.
they've done something where they've somewhat manipulated them
Yeah.
with their words or way they built society, make you feel like they're small when they're actually superior. So literally, I think The Boys season 4 is going to be a brawl out between humans and superheroes.
Yeah, literally in terms of like the politics on that side.
Yeah, I
that's
think
what-
Homelander is going to run for president. From that
yeah,
poster,
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
put it on
yeah,
the screen,
yeah,
but that poster with him having his hands in the air and that balloons, it really gave me like,
Do you think is there like obviously like you know what I mean? Like the timing of like this is crazy. I'm like the timing of like it feels like it's very related to real life.
what's that man having now with elections now, innit?
That is so like watching it, but like technically this is
It's giving Donald Trump type of vibes, election type of, I think they, because remember when we watched The Boys, there was lots of like parodies of what's happening in day to day. Remember they did a parody when it was lockdown and everyone was singing that song of like we are the world and had different celebrities. The Boys did a parody of that and had different celebrities doing that.
So. Oh yeah.
I think they're gonna do stuff like that.
The way they handle their social media account, both Gen V.
Oh
and
yeah, it relates to the show,
and
innit?
Invincible, like the way they and they'll tweet like they're in that universe and be like, oh,
Yeah. Like the post news from the actual universe as well. They got stuff patterned, man. Prime got stuff patterned for real, man. Prime knows what they're doing. They've got stuff proper organized.
Prime's got a few good things.
Even they post like YouTube videos of like campaign videos. It's like they're keeping it up. They're keeping the whole story alive, even on social media outside of the show as well. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, well, you must have seen it because we've given a bunch of spoilers. But yeah, banging show, man. But I think we're gonna wrap up this episode. Unfortunately, Aladdin's still eating right now. He's not on camera. But for this episode 20, we're gonna give a wrap up on this. But if you've been listening, make sure you give us a rating on any social platform you're on. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. You've got myself, June, and your man June. We've got Aladdin off camera eating chicken wings. We've got Kalim. Thanks for Kalim for coming through. Unfortunately, Maz wasn't around, but we've got Kalim back in the building. But until next time, peace.
We out.